It is completely downpouring right now. I am literally soaked. Yeah, I don't really even know where I'm going, to be honest. Oh, welcome to Kentucky. Hasn't even been a mile yet, and I'm already pooped. This is definitely reminding me why hiking mountains is pretty tough. I'm very blessed with Michigan being primarily flat, so I don't do much hiking up mountains. And most of the time I have a canoe because there's so much water. Anyways, let's keep rolling. We got a lot more to go. This is quite incredible, hiking along this big rock wall. So it's so much fun, and I'm so grateful that I get the opportunity to just come out here and explore so many different states, so much different landscapes, and just the beauty that the United States and the rest of the world has to offer. It's quite amazing. Well, it appears I've taken a wrong turn somewhere. I got to a dead end here where it just falls off to a cliff. I don't think that's where I'm supposed to go. Looks like I made the wrong turn. I went off to the right here. The trail actually leads up through these rocks. So that's where we're going. It is quite the incredible view up here. Look at this. Absolutely breathtaking, but I'm gonna make the executive decision to hike back to the trailhead here because I'm having an incredibly difficult time trying to follow this trail. Everything's super overgrown. I'm like climbing up a mountain like I'm rock climbing half the time. So I don't think it's very safe or my best interest, as I do hear thunder in the distance as well. So I'm gonna go back to my car and go to a different trailhead that follows a creek, and I think that might be a lot better. It is completely downpouring right now. I am literally soaked. Yeah, I don't really even know where I'm going, to be honest. Oh. It's like flash flooding down this trail. This is a lot of rain. All right, we made it back to the car here. Oh goodness. Right now I'm just taking shelter out here in the rest area. This is totally my fault. Definitely a very humbling experience. But you know, that's how you learn. At least it's one of the ways to learn. Not always the most ideal. At the next trailhead here, I'm just letting the rain stop. It's supposed to only be another like 20 minutes. And then we're gonna hit this trail, which is 13 miles one way to a nice little waterfall. So that's what we're gonna hike instead. All right, the rain is finally starting to let up here. I got some dry clothes on, have my rain jacket now, which I don't know why I didn't bring on the first trail. But that's besides the point. The point is we're gonna hike in here and try to set up camp quick since I only got about an hour left of daylight. And hopefully I can just cook some food and go to sleep. All right, I think I'm gonna call this spot camp. It is not even nearly close to an ideal camp, but I think I'm gonna have to make it work. It's about to get dark here, and I don't have much other options. What better way to end off one of probably the toughest days I've ever had out in the backcountry with a little bit of dehydrated chili. I haven't had this in so long. Definitely hits the spot. Well, I am completely lopsided right now, and everything is completely soaked, so it's gonna be a fun night. But anyways, I'm gonna try to get some sleep. So catch you guys in the morning.
It's starting to rain right now. I was finally getting some sleep out here, despite being fallen halfway down this mountain. But I just realized that since it's raining, all the water is probably gonna wash down this way. So I'm hoping it doesn't rain a lot, or it might get soaked here. But anyways, I'm gonna try to go back to sleep. Good morning, everybody. I actually slept a lot better than I had thought I would, and my sleeping pad is completely deflated, so probably pop somewhere along the night. But anyways, we'll worry about that later. It's time to get a move on.
Nothing like putting cold, wet socks on in the morning. You gotta love it. Oh yeah. But at least it's not like 35 degrees out, because that would suck. I can handle being wet, I can handle being cold, but I can't do them both at the same time. Quote, Outdoor Boys. Well, he also adds in hungry as well, and you can't do all three at the same time. So he's a little more intense than me, but I think we all know that. Just gonna eat this kind bar for breakfast really quickly, and then head to this creek and try to catch some, I think there's trout in there. As you guys know that watch the channel, I'm on a mission to catch fish in all 50 US states, and I have 16 out of 50 so far. And if I catch one here today, I finally found the creek that I was looking for. This will be state number 17, Kentucky. You know, that reminds me, if you guys are watching this video and you're not subscribed and you want to follow along the journey of catching a fish in all 50 US states, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. And all I got tied on is this tiny little grub, because I just want to catch literally anything that's in here. Doesn't matter. There's a really nice deep hole with some rocks. I'm thinking it's going to be good. This looks like the perfect spot. We have a nice set of rapids going right into this deep pool, and usually that pushes a bunch of bait and crustaceans, and a lot of fish will stack up right there and be ready to feed. So I'm hoping that's the case today. I've actually stumbled across some fish. I switched up to this little, it's basically a fly, but I'm putting it on a spinning reel, but it just represents a wax worm. So it's really small and subtle. And there's a bunch of fish right there. I don't know what they are, but I hope they bite. Oh my gosh, one of them was betting at it. That one was too small though. Oh my gosh. Oh, I had him. He came off, no. That was probably like at most 2 inches long, but I don't care. Oh my gosh, there's a fish. It looks like a bluegill. I don't even care. Please bite it. Well, I climbed up onto this big rock and I'm trying to search for the trail and I cannot find it anywhere. I think I'm just gonna call it quits. I was gonna stay out here another night, but I'm gonna call it quits. because everything's completely soaked too. So I'm gonna head back to the car and just try to dry everything out, lay everything out, and then think of a different game plan. All right, that was quite the eventful overnight backpacking trip right there. 100% my fault on this one, I'm not gonna lie, but that's how you learn. And honestly, it makes for better memories if you live, of course. I survived, we're all good. That's kind of why I like making these videos, since I'm very new to the whole backpacking camping world. It's only been like a year since I started it, and I've really only learned by trial by fire. I mean, I watch YouTube videos and stuff, but that's just about it. So I enjoy taking you guys along with me. So hopefully you learn something and that you won't make the same mistakes that I do when you go out and try for yourself. Anyways, I just want to share with you some of God's word here before we end today's video, and we're in John chapter 9 verses, we're just gonna start at verse 1 and I'm gonna stop when I want to. And it says, as he passed by, he saw a blind man from birth, and his disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? And Jesus answered, it was not that this man sinned or his parents, but that the works of God might be displayed in him. We must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. Night is coming when no one can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. Having said these things, he spit on the ground, made mud with the saliva. He anointed the man's eyes with the mud, and said to him, go wash in the pool of Siloam. So he went and washed and came back seeing. And what I love about these verses right here, and that encouraged me a lot, is just that God can work his good through anything. And that like bad situations might happen. You might have things happen to you that are unexplainable, like this man that was blind. Like Jesus said, it wasn't that he sinned or his parents sinned. If that's that God's work might be shown through him. So that when you're going through times of suffering, or even through times of good, just always look to see how God might be using this situation for the good. And that's just such an encouraging thing to be able to just live and rest in, is the fact that everything can be used for God's glory. And with that being said, we're gonna end today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm on the road here for the next, now 14 more days, going around 4 new states, backpacking, fishing, camping, hiking, and doing all that stuff. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the future videos. Hopefully they go a little bit better than this one did. But if you did enjoy, be sure to leave a fat thumbs up. And as always, folks, fish with passion.
Can somebody come and save me? I just wanna know, I wanna know.